Hi there, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Ade.
And today we're discussing teenagers. It's something that we're always really open about when I've written my trip reports, when I've done videos. Let's face it, kids aren't perfect, but neither are we. But it's hard work traveling with kids, and you go through different phases, don't you? Depending on when they're little, and then you just go through phases. But I think teenagers are the trickiest age to travel with. So we're chatting about that today, and we're just talking about how we deal with it, and maybe some of our little tips that we've found over the years really work, and hopefully they will work for you as well. I've got at the top here CPP, compromise, patience and planning. I think they're the key tools here. The other thing I really wanted to say, I did do a Q&A video the other day, and somebody actually asked me for tips like living with teenagers, and I did actually say that we are really lucky. Our teenagers are really good. We haven't had any serious issues with them. We don't have really difficult teenagers. They do well at school. They're both quite motivated, especially Holly. They've got really nice circle of friends. We don't have a lot of issues that some people do.
No, none of the serious issues. I think
no,
the
we have the
usual
niggly,
teens
that
they think there's a washing fairy.
They are
things like
messy, picky eating. That's a big pet hate of mine. Messy around the house. You know, the usual kind of things. But we don't
wash up, but just wash their own bits up and say that wasn't mine.
Yeah,
that
so
type of thing.
We
but
don't
it's not serious.
We don't have perfect teenagers. We moan about them, but we are lucky, and they are really good friends, which does really help. And they've always been good friends, and that does make our trips a lot easier. We're lucky in that way.
Yeah, I mean they do wind each other up from time to time.
Everyone winds everyone up
when
and you live together.
But they do get on well. I mean, they did a trip to Rome, didn't they, together?
Yeah, this year.
Thoroughly enjoyed that, which is really nice for us as well. So
to see them get on so well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start. Number one.
Obviously, some of these dependent on age as well, aren't they? We haven't always done all of this. So I think this first one is one to mention, isn't it?
Yeah, start your planning early, get them involved. We've always had family meetings, haven't we, for trips?
More when they've got older, though, I would say.
But we did earlier on as well.
Yeah,
but we did a lot of surprises, I guess, when they were younger. But we, particularly now they're older, we do a lot of planning with them. We want their say. We want to know what they want to do, places they want to go. I would hate to go somewhere and for them to say, well, I want to do this. Or they look on Google and suddenly find something down the road, but it doesn't fit with your plans. I want to know what they want to do, and we try and fit it in with our plans. We try and include things that really do matter to them as well. For example, Holly loves the shopping. She loves Sephora. She loves Urban Outfitters. So we always make sure that it's actually included within our itinerary. For example, we're going to San Francisco. The first day, one of the first things we're doing, there's a big Urban Outfitters. I know it sounds silly going shopping on our first day, but we've worked it. We need to go to AT&T to get our SIM cards. It's on the opposite side to Urban Outfitters. There's a Sephora there, there's a Starbucks, so we can actually start our day. Everyone's happy.
Get it done. Get
it done. Louis is really into filmmaking or movies in general. And when we're in Hollywood, we're actually going to be doing like a bus tour, that, you know, the celebrity tours, taking you around, showing you where all the celebrities live. We've been to Hollywood a couple of times. It's never interested us, but we know this is something that he will really enjoy. So again, it's something that we've actually brought into the trip that we think will really make a difference to him. Number three, we have picky eaters. Louis, saying that, Louis does well in the States. He's a meat eater and loves crap. Holly is a very fussy vegan. She was vegetarian last year. Now she's going to test us even more.
Doesn't really eat vegetables too much.
She eats some. She likes salads.
Horrible, but
she doesn't eat mushrooms. She doesn't eat
broccoli.
I was more thinking nuts.
Pulses, anything.
Pulses, a lot of beans.
Lentils.
She eats baked beans, but she wouldn't eat like kidney beans. She doesn't eat lentils. So it's
cauliflower, anything like that.
It's very tricky. So that's going to be a challenge. But again, something that we've always done is get them involved with the food, let them have their say of their favourite places, and we try and find places that will suit everyone. It's sometimes tricky. Louis hates Olive Garden. but he likes calamari, so he will always, we'll try and do an Olive Garden trip. He will have a plate of calamari. He won't eat anything else there. Does he eat the breadsticks? He might eat the breadsticks.
He eats the breadsticks, yeah. Yeah.
But as a compromise, we will then do things that Louis really, really likes as well. He loves anything barbecue-y, that kind of thing. It's going to be tricky to please them both this year.
Yeah, and it's also trying to find the restaurants that do a mix as well. Like, yes, we've done the steakhouses, and yes, previously last year there was, Holly was pescatarian, there was fish. But then we'll try somewhere, maybe like an Applebee's, that does a bit of everything.
I think that's what we found with the States, isn't it? It's like your steakhouses, it's like your Italian, it's trying to find something to please everyone. Miller's we did last year, that was a big hit. Applebee's was a big hit as well. So it's trying to find things that will please everyone. We're not so into our buffets anymore. We did when they were younger. We loved them.
They worked perfectly, didn't they, I think?
When they were little, yeah. But now we're not so keen on them. But yeah, do your meal research. We've done that a lot for this trip with various different places, and we almost kind of know where we're eating already, don't we?
And it can also really affect your budget as well. That you can go somewhere and you can get surprised because it can be quite pricey, whereas that's another thing we do look at when you're certainly there for a longer duration, or even from 2 weeks upwards. It can really cost, especially with tax and then tip. Especially with Californian tax being a lot higher than, say, for example, Orlando tax.
Yeah, well, it's double, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely do your meal research.
Yeah, I mean, even from the very first time we went, when the children were 5 and 7, they've always taken their own money. That's, for example, it's either grandparents' birthday money, relatives, friends' money that they've had for birthdays.
We always give them a little bit of money. Well, for like Christmas, they might get like a little Christmas envelope with $50 on in. So they've always had their own spending money to go away with.
And of course, now they're both working, so it's a case of that's always there. So if they want to buy souvenirs, T-shirts, whatever they may see, they've got that money. And we've always thought that's a good way to do it, because it also, not that it's a lesson, but it does give them the ability to understand that it isn't just a case of you can have anything and everything. You maybe have to make choices. We've had it on trips before, haven't we, where it's a case of, well, I really like this.
Do you remember the bongo drum? 2010, Holly.
Hollywood, didn't it?
Yeah, Animal Kingdom, at the start of the trip.
Wanted one.
A bongo drum. I think she bought it on her last day in the end. I don't think she's touched it ever since. No. But it stops the pestering.
That's the other thing. If they have the money, I mean, we're not talking here about like treats going around, grabbing an ice cream, or things like that.
That's our treat.
And there are some things. Louis loved turkey legs. We never had a turkey leg. We saw a baseball cap, and it was a turkey leg one in one of the parks somewhere. I can't remember where. We bought it, and then we did the equivalent for Holly. So it's always treating them evenly, but
it's
generally
the extra treats,
it's
the souvenirs.
Yeah, it's the bits and pieces they actually want. Louis bought himself some football boots last time.
Yeah, that's
really good price.
Yeah.
We weren't gonna watch the fact. I thought, did we buy 2 pairs?
I can't remember, that might be the year before. But Holly with her Sephora, for example. But even when they were little, like we said, Louis bought a Winnie the Pooh in safari gear one year. He always used to buy a soft toy, didn't he?
Yeah, he's bought Mickey's before and things like that. And
so, but there's having their own spending money really, really helps, and it helps them appreciate their money. It gets them counting to see what's left, and if, like with Louis, does he really want to buy the great big Lego set and blow his budget a week before we're due to go home? It gets you chatting about money, it gets them appreciating money, and like I said, it really stops the pestering. Right, number 5, if they have a particular interest, really go with it. Louis, for example, loves music, and we always have a music playlist when we go away, but it's something that we've always put together.
It's where used to have to be CDs before we had Bluetooth in cars.
Last year, however, we let Louis do the playlist himself. He had Spotify, and in the car...
Apple Music as well.
Was it Apple Music as well? In the car, he was in charge of the playlist. He has got a really good varied music taste, hasn't he? He likes all different sorts, so it pleased us all. It introduced us to some different songs that we hadn't heard before, but he also had put on his playlist stuff that we particularly liked, and it just kept him busy, but it kept him with us during the long car journeys as well, sort of deciding what track to put on next, and it was really fun actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good actually.
It got us all involved together, and
yeah, because normally he is plugged in and that's it for a journey, but this kind of did make sure that he was, even if he wants to do that, that's fine, but it kind of like, yeah, more of a
it was
togetherness.
fun. Yeah, really
nice.
enjoyed that. Number 6, space. Space is really, really important as your kids get older, and this is something that we've really, really noticed.
Yeah, and I think this also depends on where you're actually staying. I mean, obviously, if you're in a great big villa, everyone's got their own bedroom.
Yeah, that's
not
brilliant.
really an issue.
There's 2 different ways here. There's obviously when you're sharing a room, like when we've been in Disney, for example, the more expensive places. Thankfully, with the States, you always get like the 2 big double beds, which makes it easier.
And even pull-out beds sometimes as
yeah,
well.
and we've had like with the Disney, you've got the pull-down bed as well, or even like when we've had the Jurassic Park suite in
a separate bedroom.
They've got their own separate bedroom, but we all share a bathroom. This comes down to compromise and patience, definitely. Allowing each other your own space. So like we would get up earlier than the children generally.
Yep, get ready
and go out for a coffee. Even when we've been in the villa, actually, we've got up and gone out to Starbucks or something, giving them a bit of space. But especially when you're sharing a room, we have a shower and get sorted, go out.
They get sorted.
It's their time then to get sorted, and what we do is if we've gone ahead, we'll give them a call to let them know that we're going to be back in like 20 minutes to make sure they're ready.
Yeah, we need to be ready to go out. So yeah, that depends where you're staying, I think, as well. Like when we were in Beach Club, it was just one room. We've done it before. Wilderness was one room. That was great because that was club level, so we could go out, go and grab a drink while they get sorted and come back in again.
The other thing what we've done actually is like when we've been around the pool, obviously you've got one small bedroom and one bathroom to get ready. Either we've left them down by the pool and we've gone ahead to get sorted, or the other way around, to go and get ready for the evenings.
Same type of thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, splitting up and just giving each other, but you get ready quickly, but giving each other like sort of like half an hour, 20 minutes just to get sorted. That's really made a difference. The other thing that we've also been doing, or we have done, is compromise on the quality of hotel to give you extra space. The first time we did this, 2016, we went to New York. And we stayed at
Radio City
Apartments. It was an apartment hotel right by Times Square. Really, really nice location. It was on a lovely street, not some of the dodgy back streets that you see there. The hotel itself,
it was Art Deco.
Kind
of Art Deco, that type of thing. Inside it was very...
It was quite beautiful inside, actually.
You know, inside it was really nice, actually.
Really spotless. But
very clean.
Yeah, very, very clean. The apartments,
quite a bit dated.
Very dated. Like you've got the old kitchenettes.
Nothing wrong with them.
No,
but it
wouldn't have been to our taste. You know, like red bed linen, like maroon bed linen, dark wood furniture. But the good thing was you walked in. There was a bedroom with 2 big double beds on one side.
Bathroom in front,
and then you had this really big space, kitchenette, you had a dining area, table and 4 chairs.
Little hall, kind of almost a hall area
hallway
as well.
Actually, as you walked in.
And a nice big mirror as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. And a sofa bed, which then pulled out another table, and you had a big TV. We had so much space, and everyone always complains about the space or the size of the hotel rooms in New York. Like I said, it wouldn't have been our first choice. I love white bed linen and just the real clean, simplistic look. But we had so much space, and we'd come back in the afternoon. We had space to chill. We actually
sit and eat our food.
We had a deli next door, actually, so we had a really good deli food. It really, really made a difference. Louis had time. He likes watching TV, so he had time in the evening or space in the evening, didn't he? But
yeah, and it wasn't actually really more expensive than the hotels.
It was $500 and something for 2 nights.
Yeah, no, but
really good.
But that's what I mean. But for a tiny room,
I know
you'd probably pay the same.
Location was amazing. I'll link it up below. Actually, go and have a look. We would definitely stay there again.
Definitely, even if the 2 of us were going, I would choose to go there.
The deli next door was lovely. The pizzeria next door was amazing. Best pizza. We've also done the same with San Francisco. We haven't stayed there yet, but we've compromised on the quality of the hotel. We're staying at the Columbus Inn. It gets amazing reviews. It has apparently just been renovated. It's the type of hotel you almost expect there to be a frieze, you know, like the borders around the middle and your like old-fashioned bed linen. But it gets amazing reviews. It's right in the centre by Fisherman's Wharf. It's free parking. And the best bit, the kids have got their own bedroom. We've got our own room with like dining room table, that kind of thing, and they've got their own separate bedroom off ours with 2 big double beds.
Yeah, I think that's kind of covered space, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the only thing really just to mention about that for us, though, also location is key as well. So, for example, those locations we've chose, both Radio City and San Francisco, are spot on for where we need to be. Of course, if that's not key to you, you can probably find somewhere that has the space that's further out. It'll probably be cheaper as well.
We don't want to drag moaning tired teenagers around.
Exactly. Right. Number 7.
Let them in on the plans for the next day. Then if they decide to stay up late on their phones, they can't complain then when they're tired the
and
next
also
day.
say what time we're planning to leave as well. We're not necessarily always early risers or early start, but we do have the occasional time when we're out for a whole day. We'll say, right, we need to leave at 7.
If you've got an early ADR, for example.
Yeah, there's no kind of come back, oh, you never told us. Whereas we'll say, and we'll say it a few times maybe, just to say, look, we're leaving at 7.
Or get your clothes out ready for the night before,
so
the
if
next
they don't,
morning.
That's their doing.
Yeah, but we just try to let them know what's happening.
Yeah, downtime. We all like to have downtime. We're not people that do sunrise to sunset in parks or anything else. Lisa mentioned in previous videos about breaking our days into 3. There was Debbie, wasn't it, one of your friends, or our friend, should I say, that said about that, and that really works well. But it's having that downtime. It's things like now with the children with social media, even ourselves with social media. It's the fact there is a time and place, and I think that's the key thing. And it's not to say no, it can't be done, but it's done at the right time. If we want to drive somewhere, no issues.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what we mean, having that downtime, allowing to do those things, because then when we are doing family stuff, then it can't be expected that they're going to be out with their phones.
But it's like, because we do split our days into 3, so we might do park time, then we'll come back, have some chill time at the resort, whether it's just in the room, having a nap, around the pool, that kind of thing, and then we go out again in the evening. So that centre time, when it's chill time, if they want to go on their phones, if they want to listen to music,
they want to have a sleep,
yeah, that kind of thing, they do actually have their own downtime to be able to do that as well. And like, actually, when we're doing car journeys, that's the perfect time as well. We always make sure we've got Wi-Fi in the car, so they can do that kind of thing. Oh yeah, and we were I forgot to add on there that actually when we have the downtime, we enjoy that time as well. So if they're like chatting with their friends or that kind of thing, it gives us the time, whether we want to sit on the balcony, go for a walk,
go to Target,
that kind of thing, we can enjoy that time too. So everyone's happy. Number 9, lie-ins. We all know that teenagers like a lie-in.
Kind of touched on this a little bit, didn't we, with letting them know the plans, isn't it? Because we don't always like early starts.
No.
So I think we have a balance of things.
Yeah, we do get out early, but we also do like a quieter start to the day. Yeah, we like a late night, and then obviously, but we still get up early, the kids don't, and we do let them sleep. When we were at Beach Club, it was perfect. We let them lie in. We headed out with, have a wander in the mornings, go and get coffee, go to the boardwalk, and then into Epcot for the International Gateway for a coffee then. And they needed that sleep. We needed that time. When we've been in a villa, we've gone off to Starbucks, let them sleep, and everyone's so much happier for that time. And we then, like I said before as well, we'll just call ahead or text ahead and let them know that we're going to be back at such and such a time and to be ready then.
I think you need to have your rest. It's a busy time, it's hot.
Everyone gets niggly.
You need to refresh those batteries, recharge. Seen it on some people's, not so much vlogs, but on people's trip reports in years in past, and they've like every day got
really
drag their kids up in the morning like 5:30, but they're up at like 10, 11, and these kids are sort of only like 4, 5, 6, 7.
They can't
and you can see the look on the kids' face when they're in the parks and they're like zombies. They're not enjoying it, and you wonder why they then have issues.
We do have a good balance. I wouldn't do a late night and an early morning.
We also listen to ourselves well, although we do plan very much in advance. If there's something we're not quite feeling, we will adjust that, because if we're not feeling right with something, although we're organised, we will actually say no, let's change that, let's stop.
We did it last year in Hollywood Studios. We were supposed to be staying late for the fireworks, and we were all so tired. We only had an hour to go, and it was like supposed to be the one time when we could see the Star Wars fireworks. But we had the perfect evening there, and we all felt, you know, just when you stay that bit longer, are we just going to ruin the day? And that's when you start niggling at each other and things. And we cut the evening short. We said, no, we've had a brilliant time. We went and got a late night IHOP, didn't we, instead? And it was perfect. And we did actually manage to squeeze the fireworks in another time. But it's sometimes you need to make those decisions depending on how you feel. Something that we also do, we do take snacks with us. We know that we love going to like Target and Walmart and picking up all the snacks, but we also take snacks over with us that the kids really like. Snacks for the plane, but also snacks for the villa, snacks when we're traveling, or like queue times. When they were little, I would take things like lollies for the queue. But it's also taking other things, like Louis always been a fussy eater, so I would take Marmite with him because I know I can always do him Marmite on toast and he's happy. So it's just taking, Holly loves a cup of tea. Do you know, we should take beans with us this time. She always fancies baked beans when we're away. They're so expensive over there, but she's got this thing about super noodles at the moment, so I've taken packs of super noodles. If she wants a late night snack, she can have a packet of super noodles. So it's just like familiar things that they're real comfort.
Yeah,
that they
to
love.
a point. I mean, we don't take the whole larder and fridge and everything with us. Just a couple of things. It's
that
just
they really enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
Point number 11, allow them to have some alone time if they want to. As our kids have got older, we've done it for the last couple of trips now, we have actually split and gone our own ways for a little bit. Like we had an afternoon on our own, we went to Trader Sam's, they did some parks, we met up in Epcot later. You can't expect to have the same holidays as when they were really little, and they do want to go off and explore and do things on their own, especially as they start to get older. It makes them feel a bit more grown up.
Yeah, I think a couple of trips ago we were expected to be more than it was. We kind of like thought, well, actually, that's a perfect time. If they wanted to go and do something, they could do it.
Especially when you're on site.
Yeah, and so we thought, great for them as well, though, great for independence.
Or things like when we were staying at Beach Club, they would go off and get their own drinks or wander over. They preferred the drink options over in Yacht Club. So again, they just like that. Like they like going for walks. We had a meeting in Saratoga Springs, and they wandered the resort. They loved all that. They love going off, taking their own photos. So encourage them as they get older, maybe to split off and like, we'll see you in an hour or see you in half an hour, that kind of thing. It's really fun, and I think it's a really good opportunity when your kids start to get older to give them a little bit of independence when you're overseas. And in a place like Disney, you do feel really safe. I think it's a really good chance to do that. And again, we love the time on our own too. The last point are phones. Time and a place. I think phones irritate us all sometimes, don't they? Yeah,
I think it's having a bit of, again, sort of compromise to a point and patience, but not to the point where it goes a bit too far. We've been out and it was the World Cup last year, so well, understandably it wasn't totally related to phones, but Louis obviously wanting to check scores and things like that.
And he watched some games, and we were fine.
Year before transfer deadline day, he was wanting to check that. So a bit of compromise.
He's in Universal on his phone. Usually, if he was on his phone, like chatting with friends or something, or watching.
That's different.
Although you did catch him watching football. Do you remember that?
In the queue.
Yeah, was it the Fast and Furious queue that was the longest fast track
I think it was,
queue? And what was it he was watching?
Just best goals of something or other from whatever year it was.
But we do have rules. We don't like phones at meal times.
On the table.
No. But then there's times when we are all sat round and we're
looking at photos, aren't we?
We're looking at photos, we're chatting like
fast pass photos and things like that.
Photopass, sorry, we're swapping, we have a family WhatsApp group, so we're all like putting our own photos into there, or looking at ride photos.
So that I think's fine. It's when Holly had a thing last year for Pokemon again, and that kind of did take over a lot. Again, time and a place, but it's when you've in essence you've not got someone with you, that they're not actually there with you, and they're glued to their phone, or they're just chatting to friends or things like that. Again, time and a place.
It's rude.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you wouldn't do it normally anyway. So it's regardless of whether you're on holiday in a park or something. If you're going out for a day or whatever, there'd be times, but not the amount of time like that. It's one thing that does kind of,
it bugs us.
Yeah, so I think that's why we like to give them the time. So again, they can't come back and say, well, we don't have the opportunity to do this. We are there together. We're there as a family holiday.
So allowing that time for social media is really important.
Yeah, it's a bit of compromise for some things. You can understand that. You're not going to say no, but I think just a little bit of awareness on that one.
But they are our tips of traveling with teenagers. I really, really hope that it's helped. It is tricky. It's, when you think about it, you've got 4 adults, 4 different personalities, 4 strong opinions, all traveling together for 2 weeks, 10 days, 3 weeks, however long you're there. You are there completely together. You don't usually spend that amount of time with other people, and they're not the same as they were when they were little, and they just get dragged along and do what you tell them to do. So you've got to, you know, respect the fact that they do have opinions, they have likes and dislikes, and involving them in with the decisions, I think, is the key thing, and being patient. And everyone, as well as us and them, everyone has to make compromises.
Exactly, yeah, I agree with that.
Being patient with one another.
Yeah, especially when you're tired.
Yes.
That can be
That's,
the
and hot.
biggest one. Yeah, temperature.
I would love to know, what tips do you have? What tips do you have that you find really helps your trips?
Don't go with them.
No, we're not saying that.
No, I'm joking.
Let us know. Or it made me laugh what you said, run faster than them. When we were talking about it earlier on.
I'd be right with Holly.
Sorry?
I'd be right with Holly.
Do you think Louis runs faster than you? I think he runs faster than all of us.
Yeah, but I think his stamina's gone a bit now.
Oh, now he's getting a bit older.
He's eating all those croissants.
Let us know how old your kids are, and let us know like the ages that you've been travelling, because we really see the difference throughout the years. And to be honest, I think it's more fun as they get older. Our kids still love all the character meets. We are lucky. They are. I think they love Disney now more than they did when they were younger. They've just got more and more into it. And
I think also, I mean, let us know any tips you've had, but also maybe any frustrations that you've had, because it could also be there's something that maybe you thought has put you off doing something.
Yeah, that's
You've
true.
had a bad experience once and you think not doing that again, and maybe you've never gone back for whatever reason. If there's anything that you've, like we haven't maybe covered, I'm sure there's lots of other things.
Yeah, leave your comment below.
So yeah, anything like that, I'd be glad
Cake's
to...
ready.
Cake's ready.
Been baking. But let us know, leave your comments below, tell us about your kids, tell us about your good bits, your bad bits, everything. We'll chat about it. But good luck with those teenagers. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you ever so much.
Please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up if you have kids as well. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And you can follow us on Instagram. I'll leave all the links below.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.